Welcome to the second lecture on class 12 chapter 4 reproductive health, and today the topic which I'm mainly going to deal with is birth control. Now, what is birth control? First we will look into that. Birth control means regulation of the number of one's children through deliberate control of contraception, that is having children by choice and not by chance. Birth control का मतलब होता है कि जब you have children by choice, it's a planned child. We were planning to have a child. It's by plan we had a child and not by chance. That means this birth control includes all those methods which help regulate fertility, that is which help regulate childbirth. That is called as birth control. Now here you will see there is a word I have used, that is deliberate control. Deliberate means it is planned control so that the number of young ones to be born in the family, this is very planned and regulated. That is called as birth control. Now what are contraception or contraceptive methods? All those methods which help you regulate fertility, all those things which help you regulate the childbirth, वो सब चीज जो आपको फर्टिलिटी कंट्रोल करने में मदद करती है, दैट मीन्स हैविंग चिल्ड्रन ओनली व्हेन यू वांट देम, ऑल दोज मेथड्स, उन सारे मेथड्स को मिलाकर जिससे आप डेलिबरेटली यानी कि सोच समझ के बर्थ कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, उन सबको मिलाकर हम कहते हैं कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन या कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव मेथड्स, राइट? Now, ideal contraceptive, this is a very important question, particularly for the board exam. This is very important. इंडिया एक ऐसा कंट्री है जहां पर ज्यादा बच्चे होना ये हमारे ट्रेडिशन का एक हिस्सा था, तो लोगों को ये कन्विंस करना कि बच्चे सोच समझ के करें, कम बच्चे करें, दैट वाज नॉट एन इजी टास्क. कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव्स के लिए पीपल वर नॉट वेरी ओपन टू यूज कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव डिवाइसेस. एटलीस्ट फ्यू इयर्स बैक दे थॉट दैट चिल्ड्रन आर एक्चुअली ये गॉड की मर्जी है, दे आर गॉड्स ब्लेसिंग्स, सो दे नेवर वांटेड टू इंटरफियर विद द सेक्सुअल act, or as well you can say they did not want to interfere in trying to regulate fertility. So contraceptive devices को popularize करना easy नहीं था, दो कारण से. एक because of the belief, and second the use of contraceptive devices was not very comfortable. So as on today, when a contraceptive device is made, what characteristics, what things are borne in mind while developing a contraceptive device? The question आता, what are the characteristics of an ideal contraceptive device, right? So ये जो आपका 3 mark का question आ सकता है. First, an ideal contraceptive device must be friendly, user friendly, that means easy to use. Second, it should be easily available, आराम से दुकान में, दवाई दुकान में मिलनी चाहिए. It should be effective, ऐसा नहीं कि इस्तेमाल कर रहे but the chances of having not having children, it's 50-50, it's पता नहीं, success rate should be good. It should be reversible, मतलब जब तक आप चाहें you use them, you will not have children, but the day you stop using them, again you can have children. It should not have much side effect. There was a time initially when contraceptive pills were not used by women at all because it had a lot of side effects. So it should not have side effects, and most important, it should not interfere with the normal sexual drive. Okay, so now as on today we know that contraceptive devices, methods or the methods of contraception, they are basically classified into 2 forms. दो कैटेगरी में हमने कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन या कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव डिवाइसेस को हमने क्लासिफाई किया है. सम आर टेम्पररी और रिवर्सिबल. टेम्पररी और रिवर्सिबल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव डिवाइसेस वो डिवाइसेस है आप जब तक इस्तेमाल करेंगे बच्चे नहीं होंगे. द डे यू स्टॉप यूजिंग देम, अगेन यू कैन प्लान टू हैव अ चाइल्ड. Permanent are those devices which once were used, you cannot have children after that. So they are called as permanent or irreversible method. Temporary में you have to study 5 methods. One is natural, the other is barrier, the third is IUD, the fourth is pills, and the fifth is injections and implants. In the permanent method, you have to study 2. One is vasectomy and the other is tubectomy. Okay, so in today's lecture we are going to deal with temporary methods, and we are going to deal with 3 important temporary methods of contraception, that is natural, IUD and barrier. Is that clear? So today we start with temporary methods of contraception. As I told you just now, temporary methods of contraception are those contraceptive devices which will which will prevent pregnancy till you use them. The day you stop using them, you can again plan a child. They are basically of 5 types: natural, barrier, then I will teach you IUD, then I will teach you oral contraceptive pills, and then injections and implants, right? So without wasting time, we will move into the first method of contraception, that is the natural method. Now I will tell you a little bit about the natural method. It is again of 3 types, and about natural method, I just want to tell you one thing. Natural method is that method of contraception where it is more about, it is more about planning with and कैलकुलेशंस, यू कैन से बेटर। आप कैलकुलेशंस के साथ प्लानिंग करते हैं, मतलब यहां आप किसी भी बाहरी, यू आर नॉट यूजिंग एनी एक्सटर्नल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव डिवाइस, यू आर जस्ट प्लानिंग द एंटायर सेक्सुअल एक्ट इन सच अ वे दैट द चांसेस ऑफ प्रेगनेंसी इज मिनिमाइज्ड. इट इज जस्ट बेस्ड ऑन कैलकुलेशंस. इट इज अगेन ऑफ 3 टाइप. आई टोल्ड यू नेचुरल मेथड बेसिकली वर्क्स ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ अवॉइडिंग चांसेस ऑफ ओवम एंड स्पर्म मीटिंग. इसमें हम कोशिश करते हैं दोनों मीट ही नहीं करें. वी प्लान इट इन सच अ वे दैट दे डू नॉट मीट. इट इज जस्ट बेस्ड ऑन कैलकुलेशन. नेचुरल मेथड वी कॉल इट एज नेचुरल बिकॉज यहां आप किसी बाहरी चीज का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहे, सो इट हैज नो साइड इफेक्ट्स. इट इज अगेन ऑफ 3 टाइप्स. वन इज पीरियोडिक एब्स्टिनेंस, the second is coitus interruptus, and the third is lactational amenorrhea. Moving on, the first one, that is periodic abstinence. What is it? I taught you in the previous chapter that in the menstrual cycle, you know that the menstrual cycle is of 28 days cycle, where I'm just drawing 0 and then 14 and 28. You know that it is in the middle of the menstrual cycle that ovulation actually takes place. Primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, and the Graafian follicle basically ruptures on the 14th day. And it is on the 14th day, it is when the egg will rupture. After this, there is a probability of egg being found in the fallopian tube. याद रखना, फर्टिलाइजेशन और प्रेगनेंसी होने के लिए दोनों गैमेट्स का एक साथ प्रेजेंट होना जरूरी है, तभी फर्टिलाइजेशन होगा. तो अगर हम आइडियली देखें तो 14th डे में ओव्यूलेट होता है. एंड आपको पता है एक महीने में एक ही एग बनता है. 1 month में वी हैव ओनली 1 egg. And the viability of egg is also only 24 hours. That means केवल 24 hours ही ऐसा एक महीने में एक ही दिन या मैक्सिमम 2 दिन के लिए एग अवेलेबल होता है, जब एक्चुअली अगर स्पर्म वजाइना में रिलीज हुआ तो फर्टिलाइजेशन होकर प्रेगनेंसी हो सकती है, राइट? अब आइडियली हम क्या बोलते हैं, व्हेन इज द एग रिलीज, वी से इट इज ऑन द 14th डे. बट कभी कभी दिस इट मे बी ओव्यूलेटेड अ लिटिल बिफोर और अ लिटिल आफ्टर. इट कैन बी लिटिल बिफोर एंड आफ्टर. तो हम लोग एक रेंज मानकर चलते हैं कि नॉर्मली 10 से 17 डेज के बीच में ही ओव्यूलेशन होता है. यानी कि 10th डे से 17 डे के बीच में ही एग का ओविडक्ट में पाए जाने की संभावना है. ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम इफ द स्पर्म इज रिलीज्ड विद इन द वजाइना ऑफ द फीमेल, देन फर्टिलाइजेशन कैन टेक प्लेस. सो नॉर्मली वी कंसिडर the days between 1 to 10 days and between 17 to 28 days. Let me draw it again. This is the 14th day. I am saying let it be between 10 day to 17 day. So up to 10 days and 17 to 28 days is normally considered as safe period. इस दौरान में egg का fallopian tube में पाए जाना normally nahi hota. So during that time, if the coitus is performed, then the chances of pregnancy is very less. I told you that in natural method, it is only on basis of planning and calculation. So what we have calculated is that normally egg is present in the fallopian tube. Only there's a probability for it to be found between 10th to 17th day. So before 10th day and after 17th day in the menstrual cycle, those days are considered as safe days. So this is called as periodic abstinence. The couple, they normally abstain coitus between 10 to 17 days. They normally prevent coitus between these days because that is the risky period. This is called as periodic abstinence. As chances of fertilization are very high during this period. This period is called fertile period. So abstain having coitus between the fertile period, right? Then next is coitus interruptus. Coitus interruptus is a method, again it is a planned one, whereby the male partner tries not to deposit the sperm into the vagina of the female during the coitus. It tries that the sperms are not deposited in the vagina. Rather, the ejaculation, they are not ejaculated. That is, no insemination takes place in the vagina. If there is no insemination during coitus, obviously there will be no male gamete and a single female gamete cannot lead to pregnancy. Now let us come to lactational amenorrhea. What does lactational amenorrhea say? It has normally been lactational amenorrhea. What does it mean? Absence of menstruation. It has normally been seen that once a child is born, एक बार बच्चा पैदा हो जाता है, तो जब तक वो मदर इंटेंस लैक्टेशन कर रही है, she is breast LAC lactation, she is breastfeeding the child, right? It has been observed that during this period normally there is no ovulation. No ovulation takes place in the ovary. It has normally been observed this, right? Now see what will happen. अगर ovulation ही नहीं होगा, अगर egg ही release नहीं होगा, right? Then what will happen? There will be no pregnancy. It has और अगर egg ovulate नहीं होगा तो menstrual cycle भी नहीं होगा. So it has been observed that after the pregnancy, immediately after pregnancy, when the mother is undergoing intense lactation following parturition, normally the cycle does not occur, no ovulation occurs, no menstruation occurs. Therefore, during this time, there is little or no chances of pregnancy. Contraception is almost nil. But this has been observed. This is effective to maximum 6 periods. बच्चे के birth के बाद maximum 6 months तक, 6 months तक जब तक मदर ब्रेस्ट फीड करती है तब तक नॉर्मली ओव्यूलेशन एंड मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल नहीं होता, राइट? दैट मीन्स दिस इज आल्सो कंसिडर्ड एज अ सेफ पीरियड. नाउ दिस लैक्टेशनल एमनेरिया में दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन that natural method mein, which is asked in the board examination. What is lactational amenorrhea? Lactational amenorrhea is absence of menstruation. What is it based on? It is based on the fact that ovulation does not occur during intense lactation following parturition. During this time, when the mother breastfeeds, the chances of contraception is almost nil, but it has a limitation. This is normally effective only up to first 6 months after the first pregnancy. Right now, since here what is the advantage of this method? क्योंकि आप यहाँ पर external कोई दवाई या चीज का इस्तेमाल नहीं कर रहे, तो obviously इसमें side effect क्या होता है? Almost negligible होता है. So with this we have completed the natural methods. I taught you 3 natural methods. I hope you understood all the 3 of them. One is this is lactational amenorrhea. Just now I taught you. The second was coitus interruptus, and the third one was in fact the first one which I taught you, जो मैंने आपको पहला सिखाया था, that was the safe period. That means no between 14th to 17th day of the menstrual cycle, that is only the fertile period. हो गया. Now आपको क्वेश्चन आएगा, what are the advantage and disadvantage of natural method? Advantage ये है, obviously we are not using any external medicines or any external things, so obviously there is no side effect. That's the biggest advantage, right? But the biggest disadvantage is, since it is based on calculations alone, right, and just on basis of precautions, the chances of failure is also there. It is based on precautions, there are chances of failure. Failure के chances यहाँ पर high होते हैं. How? I will tell you. See, the first method we discussed, periodic abstinence, right? What did we say? That between 10th to 14th day there should be no coitus, because this is the unsafe period. What if ovulation occurs before 10th day or after 14th day? It's a hormonal phenomenon. At times there is a hormonal gadbad ho jati hai, so ovulation may take place before 10th day or after 14th day. Then it is a risky affair. Second, I told coitus interruptus. What? But if still some sperms are deposited in the vagina. And the third, I told you, lactational amenorrhea. Normally it is seen that during the period of intense lactation there is no ovulation, but we have seen cases where we have siblings who are just 10 months, 10 महीने का अंतर है, 2 भाई बहन ऐसे हैं. That means इंटेंस लैक्टेशन के वक्त भी कभी कभी ओव्यूलेशन हो जाता है एंड प्रेगनेंसी हो सकती है. दैट मीन्स इसके फेलियर के चांसेस हाई है. पहला वाला था आपका पीरियोडिक एब्स्टिनेंस, दैट 10 to 14 days द सेफ पीरियड, बट देयर इज नो हार्ड एंड फास्ट दैट ओव्यूलेशन विल टेक प्लेस ओनली ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड. Coitus interruptus, what if by mistake sperms are deposited, and lactation amnesia at times even during the period of immediately after birth, ovulation also resumes, right? So this is the disadvantage of natural method. Now we will come to the next method, temporary method of contraception, that is called as the barrier method, right? In barrier method, I'm going to, what is the main thing? What we try is, we try to create a barrier in the female reproductive tract, right? We try to just make a barrier. We know that the egg is found here. हमें पता है कि एग यहाँ पर पाया जाता है एंड स्पर्म यहाँ डिपॉजिट होता है. अगर हम यहाँ पर एक बैरियर क्रिएट कर दें और इस स्पर्म को एग तक नहीं जाने दें तो ऑब्वियसली फर्टिलाइजेशन हेंस प्रेगनेंसी नहीं होगा. दैट मीन्स बैरियर मेथड एक्चुअली इट प्रिवेंट्स द स्पर्म फ्रॉम एंटरिंग द यूट्रस एंड रीचिंग द एग. वी विल नॉट अलाउ द स्पर्म टू एंटर द यूट्रस एंड गो नियर द एग. दैट इज व्हाट वी डू एक्चुअली इन द बैरियर मेथड. बैरियर मेथड के भी साइड इफेक्ट नहीं के बराबर होते हैं. एटलीस्ट जो आईयूडी हम आपको पढ़ाएंगे अगला, पर्टिकुलरली हार्मोनल आईयूडी, उससे इसके साइड इफेक्ट नहीं होते क्योंकि हम यहाँ केवल बैरियर क्रिएट करें ताकि दोनों मिले नहीं. अदरवाइज इट इज रिलेटिवली सेफ मेथड. ठीक. बैरियर मेथड में यू हैव टू स्टडी 4 मेथड. वन इज कॉन्डोम्स, सेकेंड इज डायफ्राम, थर्ड इज सर्वाइकल कैप्स एंड द फोर्थ इज वॉल्ट. सो सम ऑफ द बैरियर्स दैट आर यूज्ड, यहाँ पर मैंने लिखा है, दिस इज कॉन्डोम्स, दिस इज बोथ फॉर मेल एंड फीमेल. नेक्स्ट इज डायफ्राम, सर्वाइकल कैप and cervical shields, जिसको हम लोग वॉल्ट भी बोलते हैं. These are some common examples, some common barriers that are being used. Let us go one by one. Coming first to the condoms, we know that there is both male and female condom. They are actually thin rubber sheets that cover the genitalia of the male and the female, such that the ejaculated semen, it just does not enter the female reproductive tract. वो female reproductive tract में enter ही नहीं करता. इसमें यहाँ पर मैंने एक आध एग्जाम्पल दिया है कॉमन. अब आ जाते हैं, इसका एक चीज आप ध्यान रखेंगे, इट इज नॉन रीयूजेबल. इट इज नॉन रीयूजेबल. ठीक. It is not reusable. That is its disadvantage. But its biggest advantage, ये आपको मेडिकल में भी आता है, this is the only contraceptive device that also protects STDs like AIDS. This is disposable. ये इसका डिसएडवांटेज है, डिस्पोजेबल है, रीयूजेबल नहीं है. लेकिन इसका सबसे बड़ा डिसएडवांटेज ये है, ये एक ऐसा बैरियर है जिसमें सेक्सुअली ट्रांसमिटेड डिजीजेस नहीं ट्रांसफर होती. राइट. दैट मीन्स इनका 2 एडवांटेज हो गया. First, it acts as contraceptive device. It prevents the male and female gamete from meeting each other. And second, it also prevents STDs, sexually transmitted disease like AIDS. को ये prevent करता है. ये बहुत important medical में आता है. Name that contraceptive device which also prevents STDs. हो गया. Now next we will come to diaphragm. What is diaphragm? Now let us see it over here. What are diaphragms? Diaphragms are, they look like this. Right. They are also made up of rubber and they are inserted within the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix. The cervix area is basically covered. Right. So I'm drawing a very small one over here. This is your vagina. Now this is the cervix. It is, actually put here. Cervix को cover कर दिया जाता है so that the sperm does not reach the egg. These barriers are reusable. That is the biggest advantage. You can see this. They are reusable. This is their biggest advantage. Now the cervical cap and walls, we have done it. So there's one problem with these diaphragm, cervical caps and walls. What happens is, we know that the sperms are highly microscopic. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे एक बार मैं इसको ले आऊं. हमें पता है कि sperm highly microscopic है. तो होता क्या है, just see this. हमने diaphragm का इस्तेमाल कर लिया. We have used it, right? We are using it to cover the cervix. We have done it. But we know that the sperms are highly microscopic. What if the sperm still manages to move ahead from the corners? अगर corners से इतना microscopic है कि what if it leaks, अगर हम एक word use करें, through the corners से लीक करता हुआ अगर ऊपर चला जाए. So to make this method fool proof, ये क्वेश्चन आता है. ठीक है. This is inserted within the female का cervix. This prevents meeting of the sperm with the egg. But what if they leak across the edges and move upward? उसके लिए क्या हम करते हैं, वी यूज स्पर्मिसाइडल क्रीम्स एंड जेलीज। आप देख रहे हैं स्पर्मिसाइड, साइड मतलब होता है टू किल, सुसाइड, सेल्फ किलिंग, स्पर्मिसाइड स्पर्म को मारने वाले क्रीम्स, जेलीज एंड फोम्स का हम लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं और इनको हम यहाँ पर किनारे में लगा देते हैं। अगर स्पर्म ऊपर चढ़ने की कोशिश करेगा भी इस मेडिसिन की मदद से वो किल्ड हो जाएगा, ठीक। दे आर यूज टू इंक्रीज द एफिशिएंसी। तो क्वेश्चन आता है बैरियर में, व्हाट इज बैरियर मेथड? I told you these are barriers which are inserted within, normally at the level of a vagina or the cervix within the female reproductive system, which prevents, fusion of male and female gametes. Second, how many types? I told you about some of them. And how do we make them more effective, particularly other than condoms? That means diaphragm, cervical cap and vault. How to make them more effective? So we make them more effective by using spermicidal creams and jellies. So just for your this, I'm just showing you how they look. This is a cervical cap. This is again also put in the cervix after putting this jelly across it, and this is a vault. This is how the vault looks, and this is also placed here at the level of cervix itself. Is that clear? Now that we have done the second method of contraception, second natural method of contraception, now we will be looking in the third natural method of contraception, that is IUD. This is very 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 important both for board exam and medical. बोर्ड में तो इससे 3 मार्क का क्वेश्चन आएगा, बोर्ड में आए नहीं आए आपके स्कूल के एग्जाम में 110% आएगा, ठीक। एंड मेडिकल में भी इससे क्वेश्चन आप देखेंगे, व्हेन आई प्रैक्टिस द क्वेश्चंस यू विल सी अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर एक्चुअली आस्क्ड फ्रॉम इट. सो व्हाट आर IUDs? एज द नेम इटसेल्फ सेज, these are also barriers, but here the barriers are put in the uterus. I told you in the barrier method, जो इससे पिछला वाला मैंने पढ़ाया था, the barriers were made where? At the level of cervix and vagina. ठीक है, हम यहाँ पर डिवाइसेस को सर्विक्स एंड वजाइना के लेवल पर डाल रहे थे. व्हेन द डिवाइसेस, द बैरियर्स और द डिवाइसेस आर पुट इन द यूट्रस टू प्रिवेंट द मीटिंग ऑफ द मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट, देन वी कॉल इट एज इंट्रा यूट्राइन डिवाइसेस. हियर द डिवाइसेस आर पुट इनसाइड यूट्रस. इंट्रा मीन्स इनसाइड, सिंस इट इज पुट इनसाइड यूट्रस वी कॉल देम एज इंट्रा यूट्राइन डिवाइसेस. पहला क्वेश्चन आएगा, what are intrauterine devices? You understood, those devices which are inserted within the uterus of the female to prevent the meeting of the male gamete sperm with the female gamete egg, that is called as intrauterine devices. Now next question आएगा, name its 3 types. तो ये 3 तरह का, one is non medicated, the second is copper releasing and the third is hormone releasing. ठीक, तो पहला क्वेश्चन आएगा what is IUD. दूसरा आएगा name its 3 types, name them. थर्ड आएगा give example of each type, give example of each type. So IUD non medicated में lips loop, it really comes, both medical both. Copper releasing में copper T, copper 7, multilode 375, and hormone releasing में progestasert and LNG 20. All examples very 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 important. And fourth question that comes from IUD is explain the method of contraception. ये तीनों कैसे काम करते हैं, हाउ डू दे वर्क, एक्सप्लेन देयर वर्किंग और द मेथड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन. ठीक है, सो और एक क्वेश्चन जो इससे 5वां आता है, लेट मी टेल यू, ये मेडिकल में आता है. इंडिया में सबसे पॉपुलर मेथड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन इज IUD. IUD आर आइडियल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव मेथड्स फॉर फीमेल्स. दिस इज द मोस्ट वाइडली यूज्ड मेथड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन. ठीक, that means it is most widely used. These are 5 things you need to know. Where are these put? They are put into the uterus through the vagina only to train doctors, right? They are of 3 types. Now let us come. फर्स्ट आई टोल्ड यू इट्स नॉन मेडिकेटेड, इसमें किसी तरह का मेडिसिन वगैरह का इस्तेमाल नहीं होता. इसका एक एग्जांपल है लिप्स लूप, आपको दिख रहा है यहाँ पर एक लूप जैसा स्ट्रक्चर है जिसको यूट्रस में डाल दिया जाता है. देयर इज नो मेडिसिन यूज, सो ऑब्वियसली साइड इफेक्ट इज लेस. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज व्हेन द स्पर्म ट्राइज टू असेंड, जब स्पर्म फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक्ट में जाने की कोशिश करता है तो भूल भुलैया में लॉस्ट हो जाता है. ये लूप उसको फैगोसाइटोसिस यानी कि निगल जाता है, स्पर्म्स को निगल जाता है. एज अ रिजल्ट द स्पर्म इज अनेबल टू रीच द fallopian tube. That means they cause phagocytosis of sperms. You have to learn how do they work. Right, now next is copper releasing IUD. What happens, you can see it, it is put into this copper T, आपको दिख रहा है, it is put into the uterus and it releases copper ions. And copper ion का क्या, how does it work? ये copper ion क्या करता है, sperm की motility suppress कर देता है in the female reproductive tract, and ये sperm की egg के साथ fertilizing capacity को भी reduce कर देता है. सबसे ज्यादा copper releasing IUD के बारे में आता है. How does it work? 1, it suppresses motility, and second, it reduces the fertilizing capacity of the sperms. So this is the second type of IUD, that is copper releasing IUD. Right, now let us come to the third type of IUD, that is the hormone releasing IUD. As I just told you, hormone releasing IUD is the one which has actually maximum side effect. You can see here a device is put into the uterus of the female, and this goes on releasing the hormones. Which hormone? Like estrogen and progesterone. ठीक, इसके एग्जाम्पल है प्रोजेस्टेसर्ट एंड LNG20. और आपको पता है द एंटायर ओव्यूलेशन एंड मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल इज हार्मोनली रेगुलेटेड. ये हार्मोनली रेगुलेटेड होता है, ओव्यूलेशन एंड मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल. सो अगर हम प्लस मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल, अगर ये कंटिन्यूसली हार्मोन रिलीज करेगा तो होगा क्या? ओव्यूलेशन ही नहीं होगा, और न ओव्यूलेशन होगा न प्रेगनेंसी होगी. तो व्हाट इट डज इज, यहाँ एक्चुअली ओव्यूलेशन नहीं, आपके एनसीईआरटी में लिखा है पहला, इट मेक्स द यूट्रस अनस्टेबल फॉर इम्प्लांटेशन. आपको पता है अगर प्रोजेस्टेरॉन की मात्रा बहुत कम हो गई तो यूट्रस अनस्टेबल हो जाता है, इम्प्लांट नहीं करता. तो ये हार्मोन्स को कुछ इस तरह से रिलीज करता है दैट द यूट्रस बिकम्स अनस्टेबल and for implantation, and second it makes the cervix hostile for sperms. ये cervix से sperms को enter ही नहीं करने देता. Again release these hormone releasing IUDs, they release hormones in the uterus, and this hormone, it makes one, the wall of the uterus unstable, and second it you makes the cervix hostile to the sperms. So with this, the third method of temporary contraception is complete. So a quick recap of what I have taught you in today's class. First, what is birth control? That means having children by choice and not by chance. ठीक है, not by chance. Second, I taught you what is contraception or contraceptive methods. All those devices which allow to have children by choice and not by chance, all those methods are called as methods of contraception. Third, I taught you types of methods of contraception. It is mainly of two types. One is temporary, जब तक इस्तेमाल करेंगे you will not have children. Once you stop using them, you can resume having children once again. The other is permanent. Once you adopt them, उसके बाद आप चाह कर भी फिर बच्चे नहीं कर सकते. Temporary is again of 5 types. I told you one is natural method, the other is barrier method, the third is IUD, fourth is pills, and fifth is injections and implants. Right? Permanent mate is of 2 types. One is vasectomy and the other is tubectomy. Today I taught you 3 methods: natural method, barrier method, IUD. I taught you in natural method, it is based just on calculations, right? That means we calculate the safe period. It is again of 3 types. One is periodic abstinence. That means do not have coitus between the 10th and 14th day of the menstrual cycle, because that is the most fertile period. Second is coitus interruptus. The sperms are not released within the vagina during coitus. Third, lactational amenorrhea. Normally during intense lactation there is no ovulation, hence pregnancy. But then this is mere calculations. So though the merit is it does not have side effect, but the chances of failure is high. In barrier method, we use barrier but only at the level of cervix. This barrier can be in the form of condoms, diaphragm, vaults, etc. And in order to make diaphragms, etc., and the first one is the only one which also prevents STD, and then the remaining one, in order to make it more effective, we use spermicidal creams and jellies. IUD, here the devices are put into the uterus, and this is of 3 types. One is non-medicated, the second one is copper releasing, and third is your hormone releasing. You need to know the example of all the 3 and how they work, right? So with that, we have completed these 3 important methods of contraception, and in my next lecture we are going to deal with the remaining methods of contraception, the remaining 2 temporary methods of contraception and the permanent methods of contraception. Till then, for just 1 minute, I will just show you which are the pages of NCERT that have been actually dealt today, and after that please study them well and be prepared for my next lecture. So it is NCERT time now. Please open page 59 of your NCERT, whereby you can very clearly see as to what I have taught today. Okay, I also taught you one more thing which I forgot to tell you earlier. What are the characteristics of an ideal contraceptive? I told you, one, it should be user friendly, easily available, effective and reversible, effective, fourth, reversible, and little or no side effect. This is a very important question, right? Then now we will go for certain contraceptive methods. First was natural. It works on the principle of avoiding the chances of both the egg and sperm meeting. Now, the first one is periodic abstinence. That means 10 to 17 days is the time when ovulation is expected. So the chances of fertilization is highest during this period. Right. The second is withdrawal or coitus interruptus, whereby we avoid insemination within the vagina. The third is lactational amenorrhea, absence of menstruation. It is normally intense lactation may ovulation does not occur. But here the chances of failure are also very high. Next we'll come for barrier method. I told you the sperms and the ovum will be prevented with the help of barriers, and the barriers are put at the level of cervix. First we studied about condoms, then diaphragm, cervical caps and wall. This is the only method whereby STD is also being prevented. We normally put it at the level of cervix. They are this one, these three are reusable. This is not non-reusable. The next is your IUD. As I told you, IUD is very important. With the help of doctors and nurses, there are three types: non-medicated, example lips loop, copper releasing, copper T, copper 7, multi-load 375, hormone releasing aprogestocert and LNG20. First one, how it works: it increases phagocytosis. The second one suppresses sperm motility and fertilizing capacity. And the hormone one, it prevents the uterus unstable for implantation and cervix hostile to sperms. They are the most ideal one and the most commonly used ones, right? So till here we have actually studied till page 60. We have completed this chapter. In my next lecture, we will move ahead from here.